dodgy chocolate.
Yeah. What? So, is this what we're making?
So far, I've managed to avoid the dodgy
So
chocolate.
video, Joe can video what it's about.
So take
Oh,
them
yeah.
out.
Oh, it's the.
I don't know what they're called, but yes, I know.
I don't know what they're called either. It's just
I
like
used to get about printed balls and
It's lovely that. And what a good idea to do little flowers with the middles or the
so there's all sorts of things that you could do, like you could do a fruit bowl with cherries. You know, there's loads of things.
Done it. Oh, well done. Hang on.
As long as the ball bit where you want the ball to be is kind of on the outside of the design, so that you've got access to getting it in. Do you see what I mean? Like you couldn't have like with the face, like you wouldn't want the nose of the clown to have one because it couldn't get in. So it needs
towards the edge of whatever design.
It needs to be on the edge.
Got it.
So I thought I'd just show you with some sort of cakes so that you can see that the sweetie on the top will form that, okay?
The cherry on
the top. There we are. So you just need a square of card. I think these are about 2.5 inches square. And to make the frame, you need your trusty bit of brown envelope.
Oh, brown envelope.
Especially if it comes from HMRC, because they're really good ones, and that's about what you want to do with the one from the HMRC, isn't it? So bit pre-rolled. This is 2.5 inches square. Sorry, it's Imperial again. Where's my Acme? I bought this particularly when I came to York when we had the festival here in 2002, I think it was. I bought this up in York somewhere in a charity shop or something, and I really liked it, and I've used it ever since. It's just one of my go-to tools, and I thought, I'll bring him today because he's very useful. So you just need to fold that over like that, and then you need 4 of these to make the frame. And it's a good way of using up envelopes because it's nice and stout paper is this, and it's just sort of a nice colour. I mean, you could just use any paper really, but I like the fact that you're going to use something that would go in the recycling.
Yeah, we are getting eco-friendly with Joe and a fish made of.
Yeah,
what was it made of?
Yeah, that's right.
It's made of my old payslip.
Yeah,
but
I thought that was really good. You don't get them.
That's why I was shredding them.
I see.
But then I realised.
Yes.
But unfortunately, my shredder was a cross cutter. Otherwise, that would have been helpful.
So you need 4 of those. So as one I glued on earlier. The worst bit of this, ladies and gentlemen, is the cutting of the hole. So the best thing is to make your quilling up, and then put it on your background and decide where it's going to be, so you can make the holes for your silver balls to go in. So I thought that would make that an easy one. So you just need to draw a little circle roughly where that's going to fall. So there's 2 that I've done earlier, and I'm going to make an incision here. This won't hurt. This won't hurt at all. Be careful you don't stab yourself at the back. So pointy scissors, do, go around a bit like that. And the moral of the story with this is don't make the hole too big because your little cut thing will fall through.
So not as big as the ball?
Well,
smaller than the ball? Smaller
than the ball.
But
and
not
then
a lot?
No, not a lot. You need to just keep offering it up, and it won't sit down, so it's not big enough. Yeah, okay? So in with the scissors, a little bit more, and I think I can probably afford to go a little bit more like that, and then you will get a bit of the card come through onto the back, but that's all right because you can trim that away, and then sort of give it a bit of a push, thinking, will it? Yes, it probably will. So then you just need to carefully trim that bit away at the back.
Oh yeah, those bent scissors that I keep rejecting might be useful.
Yeah, they might well be. Yes, I mean this will be. I won't be doing this as carefully or as beautifully.
No,
as
you'll do a better, like you say on Blue Peter, you'll do a better job.
Absolutely, because you'll have more time and attention to give to it. But anyway, you need to get rid of a little bit of that residual card.
So size of hole and size of... Well, how long's that?
That long is 150 mil. So you need a 2 mil strip. It needs to be a 2 mil, and you need to try and make a solid coil with no hole in the bottom, and you need to make that into a cup shape. I think next to making the hole, probably this is the worst bit of it because the rest of it is just straightforward quilling, really.
But that's a half length of a 2 mil.
This is a 2 mil wide strip, 150 mil.
Oh, you
Long.
mean? Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't do measurements long.
So
You do
third of a strip long of a 2 mil.
okay.
Third of a
That's
strip.
all
Is
right.
that all right? Third of a strip.
Got it
Sorry.
now.
Third quarters, eighth.
About 6
Okay.
inches, if we're working in old money, isn't it? Yeah. So the pain of these is hand rolling. Notice that hand rolling.
Peaceful hand rolling.
I can't do speed rolling on this. I'll go and drop it.
You're hand rolling because you needed your middle to not have a hole in it.
Absolutely.
Or else the ball will fall through the
Oh,
hole.
wow.
I know, the
Right,
ball
will it?
will walk through.
No, I think it just. I think it sort of looks nicer if
Yeah,
you
if
haven't
it
got
is-
a
if
hole
it
in the
is,
bottom.
yeah.
Yeah.
And your baubles are the cake?
Yes, they're just silver balls. At some point, I obviously had the coloured ones because you can get them in different colours, can't you?
can.
Whether you could actually paint those silver ones to get them into different colours, because in an ideal world, which it isn't, I'd like a red one to be like a cherry on the top. So you might be
I
able
bet you
to
can
do.
get red and green ones at Christmas.
You probably
Because
can,
of the
can't you?
sales.
Yes, that's your task. Should you choose to accept it to see if you can get coloured?
Hobbycraft has these sort of things.
Oh.
Hobbycraft.
Oh,
they
right,
have tiny
right,
ones.
yes.
But they do a lot of cake decoration.
They do a lot, yeah,
And
this is
paperwork
true.
and goodness knows what. So
No,
I imagine-
okay.
This is true.
Now, you'd need like a glass-headed pin or something that's going to put your cup shape. I'm using my little friend here, his beak. I found just if you twizzle that round, will make your cup impression. Doesn't need to be really, really deep, but it needs to be deep enough so when your ball passes over it, it drops in like that, okay? Or something similar. And then you need to just put
Can I have this?
a little bit of glue. You can't have that. I'm welded to that. I'd have to be surgically removed from that tool, or have it surgically removed from me. So you need to coat that with glue on the outside and allow to dry. And here's one we
So
made
the
earlier.
outside, not the inside. The outside.
I did the outside, yes. So then, shall we see if this
Push
is going
it
to be
in
all
its
right?
hole.
Push it in.
That's very satisfying.
It is. And if you're doing that, you might need to. That's it. And then, having sort of pushed it in,
You're not securing it with any... Oh, you are. I'm getting
I
to...
am,
was going to
she's
say,
ahead of the
it fits
game.
really well if you don't have to put
This
any
is
glue
great.
in.
and then just put some glue around there like that.
Make
That
sure
will
it
just
stays.
seal the deal. All right, around there like that. This is the tricky little process. The rest of it is not too bad. It's the cutting of the hair and then doing that, and then let that dry. So then we can finish off doing the frame. Oh, and sticking the quilling on as well. So
Yeah,
I think there's quite a lot of mileage design-wise into these. I've only ever done the 3-1, but you can see it's got a lot of possibilities. I was thinking with names and things you could do it or something.
Or a word where we need the
Yes,
to
a
dot
word
the
with
I.
dots. Yes, that's true. Yes.
Or like Philippa's made all of these. Well, maybe the odd one could be missing.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, with your
Absolutely.
overlay thing. Yes,
Yeah.
that would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, that's true. Right. So, and then you just need to fit the others in. So, shall we
So you're
say
doing
that
two the
is-
opposite things and shoving that one like.
Yes, I'm doing that one. This is where you don't want people watching you, isn't it? So that you can just look
we'll
away.
pretend we're
Look
not.
away now. That's it. Look at that over there.
And here's one dinner.
Yeah, have I done that all right? I think I need to take off a tiny bit more. But you get the idea, forgive me if it doesn't match exactly. Because we're trying to do it at speed. So there we are.
Don't do it at speed. Fine.
Oh, winter speed quilling at the
No,
moment.
you can't stop
Oh,
now.
oh,
Good time every process.
oh no. Oh no, that doesn't sound good, does it? I'll be paranoid now, thinking, oh, how long has that taken me?
You want Joe's finger.
So, a question I find really hard to answer at craft fairs, and people say, well, how long did that
Oh, I
take?
know. They do, don't they? Yes.
Really annoys me.
Yeah.
I try to work out if someone said you need to make that game, how many weeks you'd quilling 9 till 5, Monday to Friday, how many weeks. I try and predict how long it would take me. And I think that's the only way I can do it. And even then, I think, oh, I better run there.
So it would be faster the second time, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
It would be
Oh,
faster
it'd be
the
it
second
would
time.
be
It's
faster.
not
Yeah.
Oh,
designing.
sorry.
It's
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
I get your
Not
picture, I
designing.
do a bit, then it sits
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Doesn't
go
come
and do
out
something
until,
else and come back.
that's what's happening next. Yeah.
Well, you never do things in one sitting,
No.
do you? You know,
No.
and often
I normally reply with not long enough because I enjoyed making it so much. I was sad when it finished.
If only you
look
had-
slightly shocked. I'm not really sure what I'm having. Oh no.
No.
You don't really want to know because if I put an hourly rate on the price.
So you'd never be able to afford me anyway, would you?
exactly.
No. I don't know whether did I put glue on that one? I think I did, but it wasn't enough, was it? It wasn't enough glue.
It's 'cause I'm
Come on,
watching
Diane,
again.
let's do it properly. Yes, did have a bit of fun with this.
It's a good thing.
Right, so while I'm sticking those others on, that might be a bit more, give that a chance to set. And I just glued these to themselves because I thought that would be easier
Yeah.
to stick that on as one piece underneath the thing. And then, of course, the thing you mustn't forget to do is stick the balls in, because that could be an easy thing to forget, couldn't it?
Oh,
That,
that'd be nasty. Have you
yeah.
done that?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm just saying, just offering up as a possibility, you know, things that can go wrong.
Exactly.
Frequently
what I
asked
do.
questions, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say that. Going ahead of the.
Right, so we'll put that there, and the other one is here. Three's a pleasing number anyway, isn't it? Lots of things work well with three. And that, for something of that size, it's probably about as much as you're going to get away with, really, in terms of space and your design.
Oh, yeah, could we quill like a whole, is it a bagatelle? Is that the word?
Oh yeah, we
That's
could.
the word.
Well, you went
Yeah.
pull that thing out.
Do a whole
Yes,
bagatelle.
So we need to, Karen would probably be best to make us, I imagine she'd be, or Genevieve,
Make a what?
a spring, all
Yeah,
completely
bagatelle.
out
Oh,
of
we're
quilling.
not going to make.
Yeah, the whole thing.
That's not going to That will
Why
not
not make the
work.
whole thing out of quilling? That would totally defeat the object of the point of life.
Make sure these work, because I have discovered quality control that these silver balls do seem to come up in different sizes.
Yeah.
So
Do
choose,
they?
yes,
Yeah.
choose three that are okay. They would seem to be okay. Right, now the next thing you need to do, I've just quilled 4 little 2mm pegs, I think they were 75mm
Make your corners.
things, and to put those over the top, and that will just raise up your
Oh, it's not to
your
make it neat,
cellophane.
it's to
Well,
raise it
it's
up a bit.
it's to give it a bit
So the
of
ball
a
runs
thing, so
through.
the balls run free. Else there is a tendency for them to get stuck between the
So this
cellophane
one
and-
is 2mm, is it?
yes. I
Yeah.
made the mistake. I've got all my paper to sort out to bring to do some more while we were away. Thought I'd got all that. Looked at it, all in 2mm, and it's all in 2mm. It's all that lovely 3mm I bought. I had to sit there and cut it all down to 2mm to do that. Oh, because I didn't look at it properly. But never mind. That's the way it goes, isn't it? It's not the best one I've ever made, but it never is it? The one that you
No.
demonstrate on. But, let's hope that dries off sufficient for me to show you how to put the cellophane on to prove to you that it works.
It does work.
Yes. We'll talk amongst ourselves for a mini mo while we let that dry, allow it to dry, and then we'll put the cellophane on, which is the interesting bit. So we need to turn it over. We'll just leave that a minute, so that's it. And I'll get my trusty elephant, my dispenser that I got from that tiger shop. I like tiger. Been with the man and boy? No, quite a long time. I always worry his serrations are going to give up the ghost. And
Yeah, that's happened to one of ours.
it gets clogged up after a while with sticky, doesn't it? But it's been very good. It's my little elephant.
Mine's a shoe. Mine's a high heel shoe.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Same sort of thing.
yeah. Right, so let's do this. I'll put these down on here. So The other thing that you don't want is
Can you
them to
smooth
roll
it
away.
for
Oh, sorry, yes, so you can see. There we are.
And your cellophanes come from the packets that you get cards wrapped in. This is where your cellophane.
Yes, I think it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Also recycled.
Also
Also
recycled.
recycled. Yes,
Yes.
that's it. Yes, I'm just trying to
Very
think how
good.
different. Yeah, I put them in there like that, and then this is the tricky bit, is it? Because you want to turn it over and make sure that they're trapped in. No! Don't do it like that.
It's never happened before. It's only today this has happened. Yeah.
Then you put them in the middle, and get them on a
Catch
flat
them.
bit. And get them, oh, that's it. Make sure they're on a flat bit. That's it. There we are. There we are. Okay, we're all right. I knew that was going to happen. It was going to, wasn't it? So make sure that you allow, when you're cutting your cellophane, that you've allowed enough margin to fold it over on the back. Okay. So I found the best thing to do is to do one bit one side. So get that down, then turn it round, and you do need to put a reasonable amount of tension on it, because you don't want it baggy, because it will dip, and then you'll be in trouble with that. It's easier once you've got your two sides down. And then the easiest thing, I've tried trimming it away, to try and neaten it up and things, but at the end of the day, the easiest thing is to do it as if you were doing a parcel, where you just fold in the ends. And it really doesn't matter that you've got like a double thickness of cellophane on the back. So you just take it like that, as if you were wrapping up a Christmas present. Just fold your corners in like that, and then turn it over like a parcel, and just do it again on the back. Not terribly pretty on the back, but who cares? Haven't found a better way of doing that thus far.
Seems to work.
And it seems to work, yes. So it's all we need to worry about, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then same thing again. Cellophane's a bit of a pig to work with, but show it who's boss. Show it who's boss, and you should be all right. Isn't it? Pre-cut sellotape is a good plan. You can just, because while you're not holding it and trying to cut it, and then if there's an hour in the month, there's any justice in the world. Well, no. Oh. Come on. There's people watching. Come on.
It's the last one that's always the
No,
problem.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Determined.
Well, that's cheating.
I don't think I trimmed it away just enough. But forgive me, because we could have been here all afternoon. But if I'd spent a little bit more time fiddling with it, it would have done. So there we are. There we are. This is. And that, as I say, is how the milk got into the coconut.